Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. And what I'm going to talk about in this video is this young man, Sebastian Rogers, who now would be 16 years old. He went missing last year in February. And so it's been over a year now. We're now in April in 2025, and poor Sebastian was 15 at the time, high functioning autistic boy, teenager, just on the cusp of those teenage years, just disappeared. Went out on Sunday with his mum for the day. The last video that we've seen of him, he was eating with his mum, having something to eat in Texas Roadhouse. According to his mum, Katie, they went home. He went to bed. She did hear a bit of a noise over the course of the evening, a thud. Shouted up to him, "Are you okay?" He said he was okay. Next morning, when she went to get him up for school on the Monday morning, Sebastian was nowhere to be seen. And there's conflicting reports as to whether he had shoes on or he didn't have shoes on. So, it's not felt, he certainly didn't take anything with him really. So it's not felt that he intended to leave for any length of time. And since then, nothing, zilch, nada has been heard of Sebastian, despite many false sightings. To be honest, this case has got so ridiculous, if you like, not because of Sebastian. We all want Sebastian to be found, but what's happened behind the scenes. So Sebastian lived with his mum, Katie, and his stepdad, Chris Proudfoot. So her husband, her new husband, and he'd been helping to bring Sebastian up. There's queries about his parenting techniques. There's queries about his biological dad's parenting techniques as well. So his biological dad, of course, is Seth Rogers. He's now got his own YouTube channel where he's got memberships and he does lives, etc. But it's important to remember that Sebastian did not live with Seth, though it's said that maybe he was going to live with him. And this may be a reason that he ran away, if he ran away. We don't know what happens to Sebastian. But I think basically what we have seen ever since Sebastian disappeared is like a trial by social media. And the people that have been found guilty are his mum, Katie, and Chris Proudfoot, his stepfather. And really horrible things that have been said about both Katie and Chris. But a lot of it, there is no substance to it. They are not under suspicion. Apparently, they've not been ruled out. Look, no one's been ruled out and no one's been ruled in, according to the police department. Now, maybe that they did have something to do with Sebastian's disappearance. Basically, we just don't know. I personally prefer to reserve judgment about that until there's some evidence provided that they did. So, especially Katie, I think, has come up with, people just saying ridiculous, terrible things with no evidence. Now, for those of you who watched my video about Tony King, the Spanish killer, or the killer who came to Spain to kill from London, someone was, for his first victim, Rocío, her mum's ex-partner Lolly, she was actually tried and found guilty of that crime and sentenced for 15 years under the court of public opinion, despite there being no evidence. And she still has not received compensation, even though now it's clear that she had nothing to do with Rossio's death. It was Tony King who did it. So, this is how it feels to me a bit with Katie now. She's being accused of having something to do with Sebastian's disappearance. I mean, technically, we don't actually know that he is deceased yet. But, obviously, the longer time goes on, it doesn't look very promising, does it? But, she is really, really put up with, or had so much mud flung at her and Chris Proudfoot, her partner, her husband. Now, maybe, as I say, if one day something comes up that they were responsible, well, we deal with that then. At this moment in time, there is nothing to show that they, any more than anybody else, had anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. And not only that, for me, Katie's had to live through, his birthday, Christmas, Mother's Day, all these kind of things, not only missing her son, but being accused, basically, as I say, in the court of public opinion, by many, many people to have had something to do with it. And the other thing is that YouTubers, for some reason, have, many YouTubers have decided to actively, not only cast shadow on Katie and Chris, I suppose, but to actively go out of their way to make accusations, to stalk them, to harass them, actually attack them. So not just asking a question, oh, well, we wonder what happened to Sebastian. Is it possible that Katie might have had something to do with it? Not, and then going through any evidence that there might be for that. No, they're actually attacking, accusing this at-night media intelligence private detective agency run by a felon, Nick the Hat, who's got, he's got previous for being deceptive. He's on parole. Got Dog the Bounty Hunter involved. That Hong, some other ridiculous YouTuber. And then you've got Bullshit Betty, and you've got Brittany J, and I try and sort of, in the end, the case becomes such a circus because you've got Tony Mathis, Phony Tony, speaking up for Seth doing his lives and his this, that, and the other. It's just got crazy, and Sebastian has got lost in it all. Anyway, this video, now, Chris Proudfoot, let's have a look at it. Now, Chris Proudfoot, he's done a couple of interviews more in the beginning when Sebastian first went missing. And he's also appeared on some YouTube channels. Lately, he's been quiet. I think he's been trying really hard not to, speak up, because really, at the end of the day, no matter what Katie and Chris say, it's not going to make any difference to the public or to the ones that think they've got something to do with it. It's like they can't win. If they speak up, it's, oh, well, they're just trying to lead people on the wrong track. If they don't speak up, oh, why aren't they saying anything? Oh, why aren't they searching? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? I think that Chris and Katie cannot win no matter what they do. So I think basically he's been trying to keep quiet, but Chris is quite hot-headed. If you've listened to him talk on any other, in the early days when he appeared on a few podcasts, he's hot-headed. He says things as he sees them, and that doesn't suit a lot of people. Personally, I don't mind that, as long as, I don't know, maybe because I'm a bit like that. I can understand it. I think unless you're in that position, you get so angry sometimes, because don't forget that this is his stepson. Katie is his wife, and he's like, his instincts are to defend his family. And he hasn't really been able to do it because whatever he says, whatever he does. Anyway, I think the other night, I'm going to show this video that I recorded from the Cluminati YouTube channel. I'll show you her channel, actually, just so to give her credit. Cluminati seems to, I think she lives in the area. And she does quite a lot of videos about Sebastian, about the whole, you know, about the whole situation of Bullshit Betty and all the accusations, wild accusations thrown at Chris and Katie. And she does tend to come down on Chris and Katie's side. If there are sides, I mean, to me, there are no sides. There's only one side. And that side is Sebastian's side. And all the rest of it is just white noise. But it seems to me that the one who's causing most of the trouble is Seth Rogers. You know, and Seth has, to me, it seems that Seth is still in love with Katie. He's never forgiven Katie for divorcing him. He was, you know, a perpetrator of domestic violence. He's also started a relationship with Katie before she was of age. So he's also a child P, in my opinion. You know, there's so many things that. But anyway, I don't care about that. At the end of the day, he is Sebastian's father, biological father, and I'm sure he's hurting. But it just seems to be turning it into all about him. Anyway, so this video that I'm going to, the audio, because it's, you know, Chris phoned in to this YouTuber's live stream, and we're going to listen to what he had to say. Now, I want to warn you that there's a lot of bad language in this, and you could tell when Chris first phoned in, he was absolutely fuming. Absolutely fuming. And I personally don't blame him for being fuming. I think he's kept quiet for a long time. He's tried to keep quiet because there's another issue about the custody and things. So apparently there is some sort of custody order which says that each parent, like Katie and Seth, they're not supposed to speak bad about each other. Seth has completely disregarded that. He's done nothing but cast shade on Katie ever since this whole sad incidents happened when Sebastian went missing. I think Seth has slated Katie, whereas I don't think that has been the other way around. And actually, after this interview that we're going to listen to now, well, this, you know, Chris ringing up when he just about had enough. Seth has been on again to say horrible things about Chris. So, you know, it's just awful. But anyway, I wanted you to hear Chris's side of things, because once you get through he's very angry in the beginning. He's obviously been listening to Cluminati's live. She was talking about some of these other YouTubers showing their streams and that what they were saying. I mean, they don't even have anything to do with it. They, you know, it's like me. I'm a YouTuber. I report on the case. It's not up to me to report on. You know, I've got things that I know about Seth, about the divorce. I've got his divorce papers and things. I haven't been on talking about that. He's a grieving father. You know, it's not really up to me to interject myself in the personal side of this case. But hearing Chris talk on Cluminati's panel, I just was struck that, as I say, once you get over the anger in the beginning, so I want to warn you, there's a lot of bad language, a lot of things you might find offensive that he says. And when you first start listening to it, you're probably going to think, oh my God. But if you carry on listening, when he calms down, you can see why he was so angry. And I don't know, and listen to what he's actually saying when he calms down. I personally agree with him 100%. Don't agree necessarily with the way he ranted and raved, but I understand it. How could you possibly understand what someone is going through unless you've lost a child? And not only you've lost the child, but everyone's accusing you of doing it, or accusing your wife of, you know, having something to do with this. How do you know how you would feel? How calm would you be? How reasonable would you be? And then when the biological, no, and at the same time, the biological parents out there stirring everything up, people are putting up posters and saying horrible things about you and your wife, you know, virtually accusing you of doing something with no evidence whatsoever. And to me, this anger that he felt that comes out is more proof that they haven't done anything, because they were so angry. Because if you had done something, you just wouldn't get involved with it at all, would you? Just keep quiet. You know, you just keep quiet, you won't get involved. But he's so angry. To me, I would be that angry too. People that I don't even know who are profiting off my stepson's disappearance and being horrible to my wife, you know, if I was him. Anyway, so I'm going to play it, and I'm going to put his picture over it, because I don't, you know, at the end of the day, it's another YouTube channel. People are on there making comments. The chat went wild when Chris came on, but to guard their privacy, really. But if you want to, I don't know if it's still on Cluminati's channel, but if you want to watch, you know, like the whole thing, it will be on her channel. So we're going to listen. And as I say, just be warned, a lot of bad language. Let me just say hello to people that are in the chat for a start. Hi Bluebell, hi David, hi Daniel, happy Thursday. Well, Bluebell, it is quite shocking, I've got to say, but you know, he's just so angry, I defy anybody for what they've been through. So bearing in mind that Cluminati had been talking, you know, she'd been talking about these other YouTubers and the horrible things they were saying, and he must have been listening to this. And when he comes on, he's particularly angry with Brittany J, who's a YouTuber I mean, the only time I've ever seen her talk is on Cluminati's channel. When Cluminati's playing, she looks like, you know, she's just like bullshit Betty. She's just full of it. So, you know, it's not a channel that I would ever be interested in watching, you know, normally. Okay, let's see if I can find this video and play it. But again, I can't warn you enough, because he calms down as time goes on and he apologizes. So I want to make it clear, because when you first start listening to it, you're going to think, oh my God. But, you know, he's just so wound up and so angry. And as he carries on talking, he does apologize. So just be aware of that.
You're so dumb that you thought their little insults were going to get to me, him, Queen. No, bro. You guys are fucking lame.
Now, that is Cluminati talking. Now, she's not above, you know, getting angry, because there's a lot of anger goes on between these YouTubers. I don't get involved in this. You know, you get bullshit Betty. And, you know, it gets like really horrible, the things that they say about each other, you know, commenting on appearance. And it's just horrible, to be honest. The whole rodeo is horrible. And Cluminati, she responds to what the others two say, and so she gets quite angry, and her language is a little bit choice as well. But you know, cover your ears, and you know, you don't have to watch Cluminati. It's her channel. She can do what she wants.
It's the reason that you do have to do shit like dox people and go behind the scenes, because you fucking suck. Josh up there. Hey, I'm Queen Bee. I can't see that way far away. Hold on a minute.
So hold on a minute, because then suddenly Chris is wanting to come in, I think. He is bursting at the seams with anger. You can tell he's been listening, he's been watching.
People talk about my kids. Bitch, you talk about your motherfucking kids. I personally don't give a tinker damn about them.
Oh, really? That's a good idea. An angry Clue doll. I could see that now. Somebody will have that made by the end of the day. They'll have one of those fucking action figures, but with you raging the fuck out. That shit's gonna be funny too. If I knew how to do it, I'd already.
PJ ain't about to strike me.
Sure, you tell her thank you. You were much appreciated here. And
let me just.
Where do I start? I was live with Dolly
So
for
this is
a little bit too long. I plan to go up for maybe a half an hour, and then of course.
This is Cluminati. I think this is Brittany J. I'm not absolutely sure. And then when did he comes on very soon? Let's see. I don't want to miss him coming on because he explodes on. So I think it was watching her and just seeing the crap she was coming out with that Chris just couldn't take it anymore.
She does it all the time, and I'm a firm boundary person. So for me, I'm like, there's so many other people that really just want to call and talk, and it's not all about you sometimes. But I've said that to her myself, so she knows. I'm not ever doing anything, nefarious behind somebody's back. They usually just know, and then they choose to come up and try to just address it with me anyway. And it's just like I don't want to have that confrontation. Awesome. Usually.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Are we on your show?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you, I heard you talking about Brittany J, right?
Yeah.
That bitch couldn't get fucked if she ran through a field of dicks backwards with her ass cheeks spread wide the fuck open. So
now, actually, I think I will, because I think Cluminati's reaction is telling as well on it. So, he comes in with with a flourish, if you like, talking about Brittany J. He is so angry. He's obviously just can't take any more. And bearing in mind, he has helped to bring Sebastian up. A lot of the photos that I've seen with him with Sebastian, it seems like they did generally have a good relationship. Don't understand. I know that there's issues. There was issues. I know that. But it just, you can't, that doesn't mean they didn't care. He doesn't care about Sebastian. He's not worried about where he is, and he will be worried about his wife, if nothing else.
you can play that shit for that bitch to hear.
I think
worry.
You really want to fucking know. She ain't had her fucking feelings crushed, but I'll do my minimum to fucking destroy her fucking feelings. Because quite honestly, that bitch needs to close her fucking mouth before she can stuff a whole goddamn turkey in it and choke on a fucking chicken leg on the way down. And hell, by doing it, she might actually do something good for her kids and her husband. So fuck that bitch. I'm sitting tired of listening to this fucking bitch run her mouth about me, my wife, my family, and anybody else out there. When that bitch she ain't fucking no angel. She ain't no goddamn perfect person. Fuck her.
I can't argue any of that you just
And anybody
said.
that fucks with her can fuck off too.
I agree.
So sick and tired of listening to this fucking bitch.
Well, you have officially made my computer stall with the chat going wild.
Sorry, everybody. I apologize, but I'm just sick and tired of listening to this fucking bitch. Yeah, and I've said some shit about her before, and I don't give a fuck if she stood in front of my goddamn face. I'd say it right to her fucking face again.
Me too.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point, Blue. The YouTubers, these YouTubers, they're just treating it as entertainment. It's not entertainment. It's all right, people are interested in true crime and things like that, things that go on, but it is not entertainment. And the YouTubers that are discussing it, and all of them really that are discussing it in a disrespectful way. And, treating it as some sort of, I don't know, some sort of competition or some sort of, this is only about Sebastian. There's no sides, there's no teams, in my opinion. It's only about Sebastian. And the thing is, whatever you think of Chris Proudfoot or don't think of him, he is Sebastian's stepfather. He's personally really involved in this. It's his real life. It's Katie's real life, and it's Seth's real life. But I think Seth has contributed to turn it into a circus with his YouTube channel and his memberships and his this, that, and the other. And his constant slamming of Katie and Chris. But at the end of the day, they're the only ones that are really involved in it. That it is their real lives. These YouTubers that are coming on and talking a load of crap, and even Dog the Bounty Hunter and all that, he's not really trying to find Sebastian. He's offering a reward of $247,000. It's only because he knows it'll never get claimed. Everything's grandstanding, everything's for effect. And at the end of the day, Sebastian is missing. And Chris, Katie and Seth are the ones that it is their real lives. It's not a YouTube channel. It's not a film. It's not a game. It's real life for them.
Do with pleasure.
Now, what I will say is instead of her sitting here trying to grift and make money and shit, you should probably learn how to pay your fucking bill, like your fucking property tax bill that you still ain't fucking paid. Now, you want to go real life? I'll go real life, bitch. I done looked your ass up.
Yeah, so he's a little bit angry. You can tell he's a little bit angry. Now, and I'm being facetious with it. So he's just apologised and then he goes off on one again. It's all pent up in him. It's pent up in him, and I wonder if he regrets it now that he went online like that. But again, give him a chance, because as time goes on and he starts talking more calmly, gets it out of his system and he starts talking more calmly, I think he talks a lot of sense personally. And I don't agree, Tismi. I don't think he is an evil man. I don't think he is. I think he's a hot-headed man. And I think he's reached the end of his tether with people talking rubbish about him. And Katie, don't forget, he's protecting Katie as well. She is his wife. And he says that anyway, if you give him a chance to talk and calm down. So anyway, we all have our views. Personally, for me, I don't think he's evil. I think he's a hothead.
Well, she says that's okay. So, I mean, I'm just saying, she does say that. When it comes to Queen and her children and me and mine, it's okay.
Well, guess what? I can do it to her kid and the other 3 fucking kids that she ain't got control of. It's like, yeah, bitch, you want to dig into somebody's past, make damn sure that they don't play the game better than you. Make sure that they don't find your fucking exes and can get the dirt on you, bitch, and can spread it across God knows how far. Sometimes it's best you just shut the fuck up, pray your little prayers, grift your little fucking money, and move the fuck on and stay the fuck out of everybody else's business.
I can't argue anything.
Can I get a amen?
There we go.
Amen. Can this bitch shut the fuck up? Hey, I don't know, but one day we go home. She does. Oh my God, she's a fake fucking Christian. Oh my God, go to fucking church, fucking psycho bitch.
The fucking dogs in the background got me.
And I'm sure I'm gonna catch hell for this, but I really don't give a fuck either.
Hell from who, though? That's the thing. From who? From who? The green team? The all magnificent at night media? Who fucking cares, man? Fuck y'all. Like, for real, fuck y'all. If y'all were serious, all of us would be sitting in the courtroom instead of just.
Well, guess what? And guess what? You fat ass home motherfucker. Got news for you. I still ain't got my goddamn papers that you're gonna sue me. Still ain't got them. You gonna sit here and tell me your reward's not fake? Well, then guess what, dog? Hey, bitch, you pussy! You said you were kicking in my door. My door still fucking stands, and the opportunity's right there. Walk through it, motherfucker.
No, that's. I wish, whatever. Uh, it's. Oh my god! It's a fucking joke. You know
Full
what I
score.
mean?
Thanks for the
Oh, it's a
truth.
whole damn joke
We
because Doc
support
showed up
you.
to go to his
She's a
son's
faith
wedding.
Christian.
And I know the exit he passed. Bitch, you were 15 minutes from my house. You couldn't detour? Shit.
He could have.
No, he wouldn't have.
I'm saying he could have, but
No, he
They
can't.
have.
His senile old ass can't fucking figure out how to drive.
So he's talking about Dog the Bounty Hunter there. He's senile old ass. Can't figure out to drive. Now, he has got terrible language. He just has. But just like we're all talking opinions here, that's all we've got are opinions because there is no evidence one way or another. So we've got the only thing that we do know is the police have not arrested him or Katie or charged them or Seth. Nobody's been charged. So we have no, they are just opinions that we're giving out. And in my opinion, to me, Chris, if he was guilty of something, he wouldn't have come on here doing this. He would literally just keep quiet. He's come on here because he's got so angry because of the unfounded allegations that have been put again. It feels like he's kept it inside. It simmered and simmered, and then it's all just come out. And that's the sort of man Chris is in my eyes. He's a man who just says what he thinks, and maybe he'll regret it the next day. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he was glad that he said it. I don't know, because I don't know him personally as a person. But you can see that he was so angry. I don't think he would have been so angry. If he did know something, he would just keep quiet. That's my opinion anyway, for what it's worth. And as I say, they're all opinions. That's all they are. At the end of the day, Sebastian is still missing. Where is he? Even if, you think that maybe Katie and Chris have done something to him. Where is he though? Bodies don't disappear into thin air. Katie was seen on CCTV looking for him. Where is he? Where are his remains if they've done something to him? Or has someone taken him off somewhere? My real prayer is always that somebody somewhere knows where he is and he's okay and he's sat playing video games somewhere. But the longer this goes on, the harder I find that to believe.
Because if he's got my address, he knows where to
Code
find
red
me.
on Chris rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor.
Just like the rest of
laughing.
you motherfuckers out there. Woo! Enough is enough. Tired of being nice to people. I'm tired of playing by their same bullshit fucking rules. Tired of it.
But that's the thing. They don't have the same rules. You know what I mean?
Well, what they should have. That's right. They don't have a conscience. They don't have fucking morals. None of them.
I agree with him there. I don't think they have got morals or conscience. They don't care what damage they're doing without any evidence. Listen, it's a different thing, isn't it? We all have a go at Stefan Stearns. There's evidence against him. There's evidence against him. There's the videos on his phone. It's not the same. There's nothing here. They're literally slinging mud at people who there is nothing to say that they've done anything to Sebastian. So you can't do that. You shouldn't be doing it, and they're doing it because it's making them. They're doing it for clicks and likes, all that sensationalism on their channels. That's what it's for. For them, it's nothing to do with Sebastian. They don't care one bit about Sebastian. They think they care more about Sebastian than Chris and Katie do.
So I'm sure. Go ahead, Brittany, change your fucking title. Go ahead and change it. Because you probably got your fucking bitches listening.
Oh, they're in here. They always
Oh, I'm
are.
good. I'm glad they are.
And
They
she
go
won't.
crawl in those fucking cellulite crevices all over her fucking body and fucking fester with her.
Ugh, damn.
Chris, on contrary, let's go fishing,
Your
Chris.
husband tells you to go to the
Screw
fucking
him.
gym as a suggestion. No, bitch. That's your husband saying, you ain't attractive enough to fuck.
Ooh.
I tried to tell her that, but
Well, sometimes I got to hear it from a guy. I don't know.
HELLLYEAAA. Preach
Because I
it.
wouldn't fuck your nasty ass bitch ass anyways with Seth's fucking dick using a 3 fucking condom with a 20-foot fucking pole attached.
damn, Brittany, that's bad.
At Pluminati at Cletus, please put this live on members only when you are done with your live so BJ won't use for content. We all know she is watching, but she don't need to
Sorry.
use for her content.
You're
Just so
good.
sick of hearing this shit.
BJ won't play this.
Chris' honesty is
Why
refreshing.
not?
So you can imagine, can't you? The chat was going crazy by now. He's just, it's like has he forgotten that there's all these people watching? But I do feel like he's just on that edge. So obviously he's saying all those things. They're horrible things that he's saying. Then he says he's sorry. And then he says them again. It's like he's getting out all this. It's almost bipolar, isn't it? It's like just, getting out everything that is kept inside. He probably shouldn't have kept it inside for so long because it's coming out like a bloody volcano, isn't it? And, there'll be people watching. It won't matter if he came on like meek as a little lamb. They still hate him anyway. So he's just saying what he thinks. He just can't hold back. Now, I'm not endorsing what, it's bad what he's saying. Of course it is. He goes on to say much worse. But I just don't know. With Chris, is just this anger. It seems to be on behalf of Katie as much as anything, which you'll see later when he calms down properly.
I respect that more.
Chicken shit.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And then let her little other 3 fucking minions get in on it too. Because if I'm right, didn't y'all all sign fucking NDAs?
they can't talk bad about Seth. They can't do it. Legally, they cannot. If you think an NDA is worth anything, right? But legally, they can't talk bad about Seth. Even if they thought there was something off with him, they couldn't talk about it.
Actually, that's where everybody's wrong. If you have carnal knowledge
Thank
of
you, Chris, for speaking up.
nefarious
Let's find
criminal
Sebastian.
acts, you can say fucking NDA all the way to a lawyer's office where you can make a report and then they can just eat a fat baby's dick. Because guess what? The NDA don't mean shit.
God.
I mean, I agree. I do.
Doesn't protect you from criminal activity, nefarious acts.
Well, that's
The
kinda-
dam just broke. Sorry, Chris. Folded hands, medium skin tone, growing heart.
So, but then again, you've got an intelligence agency that doesn't have a license, who has a Chinese descendant. If he is even a U.S. citizen, hell, he could be a national from Chinese or China, whatever the fuck he is. So how the fuck is he going to be part of an intelligence agency? He's not. That ought to let everybody fucking in on something. You can't be a foreign national without being part of an agency, and at night ain't shit. I said it. Fuck off. Eat a dick. And Nick, I'm the one that called you a fucking parole officer, bitch. Not them. Me.
Sub Queen.
Hey, what's up?
If anyone
So another YouTuber comes in here, the Queen Bee, another one that I don't ever listen to because I don't like getting it. It's only because of Chris. At least Chris is actually involved in the case, because otherwise, what's the point in listening to YouTubers just arguing with each other about things? Chris is a person that is involved in it, so you have to listen to him because he is, like it or not, he is Sebastian's stepfather. And, you can see he gets really carried away. He likes that word DICK. a lot. That comes out a lot, and he'd be apologizing shortly, and he's going to apologize, but that's what he does. And then he gets carried away again. He's just so angry about it all. And then he's revealed there that actually it was him who rang someone's parole officer. I don't know if that was Nick the Hat or Hong or all these characters. To me, why haven't they got normal names as well? You got Dog the Bounty Hunter, Nick the Hat, Hong. Maybe that is his real name. I don't know, but it's like some characters out of a movie, but this is not a movie because Sebastian has disappeared. And every morning, Katie, as a mother, is getting up not knowing where her only son is. Unless you think she does know, but then there's no evidence to suggest that. And in fact, if we listen to Chris now as he's talking, as he's angry, he's let quite a few things out. I think there is more that is known about Sebastian. The police know. Katie and Chris know more. That he virtually says that in this interview as he calms down. So the trouble is, the frustration I think for them is they can't talk about it because it's an ongoing investigation. So there's things that perhaps they could say that would clear them, absolutely clear them, but they can't say it because the police have told them not to. So, he's trying to do things the right way, but then he's getting frustrated because everybody else is just making it up as they go along because everybody else is just saying what they want to.
One has the right to
Hi,
fight
lady.
back.
How are you?
It's Chris.
Good. How you doing, man?
Oh, I just had enough. I have had enough.
DJ going live
is
now.
up
She
today.
gonna snipe you.
All these
Today.
motherfuckers out here want to play. Let's play. Everybody's got my fucking address.
Well, they've been by your house a million times,
But they ain't got the balls to stop.
No, this shit's crazy. And I don't think you should feel bad for.
Imagine people, everybody knows where you live. Everybody's coming there, stopping by your house and that. And then then there was all rumours going around that they were going to move from that house, and everyone went mad about that. Oh, how can they move? Because Sebastian might come home. How can they live there? No, everybody knows where they live. I wouldn't blame them if they moved. I literally would not blame them because feeling that everybody's eyes are on you all the time like that. YouTubers turning up, to do videos about you without your permission. Imagine how that would be. I do think this man is on the edge.
Popping. I mean, it's been over a fucking year. And you know what's funny to me? BJ sits there with that fucking victim mentality. How would you feel if you were just being dogpiled all the time? Bitch, what the fuck do you think that Chris and Katie have gone through for over a fucking year? You've been dealing with my loudmouth personally for a few, maybe months. I don't even know if it's been that long. A fucking year, bro.
Chris needed
Shut
that.
up.
And so did they. Can I get another amen?
Nonstop by all of them.
Well, her level of intelligence ought to tell you something. When she joins this bullshit deal in Pennsylvania, can't even talk to a fucking attorney. He won't even call her back. Like, what fucking person has an attorney you can't talk to, you can't get a phone call back from? You're fucking retarded. Yeah, I said it. And if it hurts your fucking feelings, so fucking be it.
Truth. I'll add it, Truth.
Oh my God.
Get your own content, Selly Legs. Try something new.
Oh my
You guys have made a lot of shit, though. You guys get talked about daily. You get lied on daily. I mean,
Oh my God.
how much can one person take?
Mad respect
Now
to
they got
Chris
these
for
billboards
defending
up
his family
talking
heart.
shit.
Well, that's just their little try to do a smear campaign. Well, have your fucking smear campaign all you fucking want.
Yes, that's what I'm trying.
No, I mean, I don't think anybody can fucking if anything, people should really take a hard look and be able to commend you for maintaining for this fucking long without popping. So, yeah.
Well, I am. You know, I am actually gonna kind of pop on something. All this, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna break my grace for once. He's sunk to a whole new fucking low with his billboard bullshit campaign.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I think. Can y'all hear us?
I can hear you.
No, I know, but I don't know if they can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear. Okay, I don't know what the hell happened. I just saw people saying there wasn't no sound. So,
Well, like I said, I'm gonna break my little grace thing for a little bit. So no, I'm not gonna bash the shit out of him, but I am gonna put this out there for him to hear. For Seth R. Rogers and your little billboard and your little crew and all your fucking at night little minions and whatever the fuck y'all want to call it, TikTok Tony or Little Dick Tony or whatever the fuck y'all want to call the guy.
Put a
I don't
mushroom,
give a
Chris.
shit.
Put a mushroom.
Oh my
But
God.
I'm gonna put this out there, Seth. And what you forgot was your parenting plan still a legal document. And in that parenting plan, it says you cannot talk negatively about the other parent and vice versa. But you seem to do it anyways. So keep it up. You're just building evidence for a court hearing. Take the fucking billboards down and stop the bullshit.
Oh
I
my
agree with that.
God.
We got
And I know
one.
your parenting plan because I wrote the motherfucker myself. So yeah, the internet can break the fuck today because I'm over it.
We got one billboard down. We're working on getting a couple other ones down. Yeah, that's bullshit what they did. So
Well, if you notice, that night keeps her little bitch asses in Pennsylvania. Because you know Nick can't leave Delaware County, being on parole.
Oh my God.
And Hong, dude, you're so goddamn wide. We know you can only travel between the hours of 6 a.m. and fucking 7 p.m. during daylight hours. We all know heavy hauls and wide loads can only operate during certain hours. So figure out how to roll your ass the fuck down here and come find me.
Yeah, it must be Hong that he reported to his probation officer because he just brought him up there. And notice as well, I just want to show you, there is super chat after super chat after super chat popping up on here ever since Chris came on there. You know, so he has a lot of support, and a lot of people were saying, you know, good for you, Chris. You know, say what you think. You've kept quiet for too long, blah, de, blah, de, blah. So there's a lot of support for Chris and Katie, as well as a lot of haters of Chris and Katie. And did you notice, though, that he said there that he drew up the joint parenting plan with Seth, and Seth, according to the parenting plan, was not all the parents were not supposed to say bad things about each other, and Seth has broken that. He most definitely has broken that, and Chris has kept quiet. I've always thought, God, they never seem to say anything bad against Seth. They've been trying to keep to that contract, and now, of course, he's exploded. It's the wrong way, but you know, sometimes I think maybe because I understand him, I'm a little bit like that. You put up with so much crap, don't you? You put up with it, and it's not good to not say anything really, because it can come out like an explosion in the end. It's better to say it as you feel it.
I have a feeling that's someone who's not going to show up either. Just saying.
Oh no, because his little bitch ass is dodging being served another legal document from the state of California.
So he's saying that they're trying to Seth is, they're trying to serve Seth with things, but he says he's dodging being served.
What's wrong, Hong? You chicken shit to go to fucking court?
Sorry, not Seth, Hong.
Because you know your little bitch ass attorney Lesniak's gonna fucking save you.
Yeah. Lots of super chat.
He's probably too goddamn worried about his own fucking license right now.
Oh my God.
He ought to be.
Oh my God.
I see some of y'all asking what the billboards say. It ain't nothing worth fucking advertising because they're, quite honestly, imagine where they came from and you can pretty much figure that they're fucking vile. All right. It just that's as nice as I can be about it.
I agree with that, FSU girl. That's why Seth signed a 2-year contract for Sebastian to turn 18.
Hey, look, whatever Seth does on that deal, that's his own fucking problem. That ain't mine. It's like this. I'll fight them all one. All these fucking creators out here just want to play these fucking bullshit games and go after fucking children. Why?
Oh my
Then you want to go after
God.
victims. Why? Are your lives that fucking pathetic? You get up every morning and you can't put your pants on one leg at a time and go out and do a productive job, a 9 to 5. You're probably part of society that sits on fucking welfare.
I think I've turned off the oh my God, guys. Sorry, I'm trying.
Oh, you would. That wouldn't be. You couldn't stop it. It'd be going off all the time.
Yeah, that's why I won't show them Jujubee. I'm not going to put them billboards up. I'm just not. I think it's whatever.
Hell, go to TikTok. Half of y'all got the damn things. Go to TikTok and look them up.
Well, I showed them yesterday and didn't realize what all they said. I didn't know that there was things on them, so I apologize, and I'll take it down if you want me to.
Oh, I mean, it's like this. They're not hurting me. They're really not.
It's just a pathetic attempt at a smear campaign. That's all it is.
Well, they're just trying to go after Katie. And I got news for you motherfuckers out there. Every fucking one of you. You're not getting to her. So get the fuck over it. As a husband, my job is to protect my family. If you don't like it, you're not. Go fucking start a shotgun, okay? Enough is enough with you motherfuckers. Well, I'm sorry I destroyed your fucking show. Damn.
You're fine. I'm just glad I had put it on.
You haven't destroyed the show. You've made it.
Oh, okay.
So that your mods wouldn't have to use wrenches with both hands.
Sorry. I apologize, everybody. I really do. I've had enough.
No, I mean, I don't.
When he calms down and he says that, you just can't help but feel for him. Well, that's how I feel anyway. There'll be people out there I know that won't, but maybe they're perfect people who never lose their temper. To me, when you can see he's had enough. You can hear it in his voice. And when he just said, he said, I'm sorry for destroying your show. Well, he's made their show. I mean, my God, You know, that's as soon as he came on, that was it. It was super chat after super chat. But you know what? I think it's good for Chris that he's come on to Cluminati's live stream, because he knows that on Cluminati's live stream, he doesn't, you know, the Cluminati doesn't ever speak bad of him. You know, whatever people think about Cluminati, if they like her, they don't like her, or whatever, everyone has their views. She doesn't give a shit. She says that quite clearly. She doesn't care if people like her or not. You either watch her or you don't watch her. I watch her occasionally. I think you get something out of her channel. And she is another one. She just says what she thinks, and she doesn't care what people think of her. I think Chris has just been biting his lip for so long. He's left it too long, really.
I don't think there's anybody that could put themselves in your shoes and not be completely understanding of a pop off. Like, fuck that, man. I mean, y'all have dealt with some bullshit for entirely too fucking long, on top of the fact that your son's missing. Like, it's yeah.
Well, I've kept quiet about some shit, and I'm just kind of at the point like, fuck them. I don't really care about, you know, keeping my peace on some shit. For the record, the official record, last time I saw Sebastian, everybody, was February 2nd at 16:30. That's military time. That is 4:30 civilian time, in my kitchen with his father, me, and his mother standing here. I got a hug from him that day when he went to his father's house. It was the last time I saw Sebastian. The last time I was fucking home, I left February 4th in the afternoon. Went back to Memphis. Didn't come home until February 26th. So everybody wants to question where the fuck I was. Well, now you know. And TikTok Tony, you little bitch, saying that I wasn't there and all this. Good luck.
Yeah, because that is what they've been saying he was there. He wasn't there. TikTok Tony, you little bitch. Yeah, it doesn't like Tony. You can see that. Well, you know, Tony has made things worse, hasn't he, since he got involved. It was bad enough before, but he, you know, since he got involved, it's got worse. I don't know what his gain is out of it. He must be getting some money out of it. He wouldn't be doing it otherwise. And, you know, of course, now Seth has monetized on his own channel. He's got his memberships that go up to $49.99. You know, and everyone you know, a lot of sort of Facebook groups and whatever, I see comments like, oh, you know, can't wait. Seth probably can't wait to have him home. He didn't live with Seth. Seth didn't contribute financially towards him either. Chris and Katie are the ones that were giving him what looked like a good life to me. You know, I don't know the ins and outs of everything, but you know, the thing is, he won't ever, you know, he wasn't, well, they were saying that he was probably going to live with Seth. Maybe he didn't want to go and live with Seth. Anyway, I never comment on these Facebook groups and things, but honestly, I'm itching to sometimes.
Luck, buddy. Good fucking luck. Because the FBI looked into my deal. Not TBI, not Sumner County, the FBI. So if you don't like it, go talk to them. The field office is in Memphis.
So he's been investigated by the FBI.
What is still in question is your fucking client, who allegedly has a 2-hour window where there's no footage. That's questionable if you ask me. Because see, my truck has GPS. My truck has an IP address, and every single bit of it was fucking tracked, including my cell phone.
Oh, shit. Girl, I didn't know you fell down.
My phone died. I jumped on the laptop. I'm sorry.
You're good.
So I haven't seen Sebastian, what, going on 15 months? For Seth and Katie, it's 14 months.
Yep. And I agree with what he's saying about the 2 hours, because I can tell you one thing that you absolutely could do. That would be to get from that jail to Hendersonville, then to another close by place, and back at work.
Tired of sick and tired. Everybody wants to run behind everybody's fucking backs and play fuck shit games, releasing fucking sound bites, recordings. Well, I don't do this and I don't do that. We don't do this and we don't do that. Go fuck yourselves. There's so many people out there think this shit's gonna turn into a fucking production. It ain't gonna turn into shit. America's Most Wanted should be airing at the end of the month. That's what's got. That's your production. Fuck at night. Fuck them all. I don't care. Because if anybody has a brain and in the slightest little bit of intelligence, you know you can't sign the rights of a minor to do something without parental consent. And like I said, I wrote their parenting plan, so it requires both parents' signature. And if he, yes, Seth Rogers, does something stupid without Katie's signature, as well as she does something stupid without his, they're both held legally in a conundrum.
It's true.
I don't hold Seth to any more different standards than I hold myself to, because his parenting plan mirrors mine. I still believe in co-parenting, for the record, so in case anybody's like, well, I still believe in co-parenting. Sebastian comes home, we're all three going to co-parent. I didn't say all three of us are going to have to like each other and sing Kumbaya, but we are going to have to co-parent. So we're going to have to find some neutral ground and move forward with getting Sebastian any help that he needs and whatever else we need to do for him. So whoever clips this shit, make sure you clip that and send that to him as well.
Oh, dear me.
Says he's in charge, right? He's calling all
It's
the
a
fucking
shame.
shots.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see how big his fucking balls are, because last time I checked, I think tomorrow's April 16th, right?
Yes.
I think we have court. Here's a perfect opportunity if he wants to talk. We'll go off to the side and talk.
I mean, he's had plenty of opportunity.
Well, the olive branch is still there. I am still open to talk to him. But I'm not going to sit here and talk to Tony. I'm not going to sit here and talk to At Night about what the fuck we decide all three to do. Quite honestly, nobody's doing it. This case has gone from a missing 15-year-old boy at the time to now a 16-year-old. Went from talking about Sebastian to somewhere this roller coaster jumped track and got on this other fucking ride that has become a show of attack parents on all sides, attack creators because they don't agree with one person they like or the other persons don't get along. It's become a whole fucking weird shit show. And it makes no sense. I hope, truly, at the end of all this, everybody can go back, look at each other, and say, look, we screwed up. Everybody needs to have some form of an agreement. Stay the fuck away from all these children. You want to talk about a case? Talk about a case. Don't dig inside the families. Don't. You want to dig inside suspects? Sure, go for it. The suspects, not everything attached to them. It makes no fucking sense how this has gone from a true crime community to a fucking straight up bullshit, drama-filled, Oprah, soap opera, Emmy award-winning, Oscar-nominated bullshit thing I've ever heard my entire fucking life. If the Oscars and Emmys had a fucking category for the biggest bullshit shit show, I'm pretty sure YouTube could win it. TikTok is a runner-up, and whoever else is fucked there.
I kind of feel like we might come in second. I kind of feel like TikTok would maybe be first.
Probably. They do have a lot of followers.
Like, I can't. I don't know. I just can't get down with TikTok.
Sorry, everyone. I'm tired, and I needed to get that the fuck out.
No, don't apologize. I mean, I at the end of the day, like I said, I mean, fuck, I'll stand right there with you. I mean, you've earned every fucking ounce of everything you've just said. Like you needed to fucking blow up. You blew the fuck up. You got it out. Do you feel any better? Would be the only question I got.
I feel a little bit, but not a lot.
Right.
I mean, I won't ever feel better until we have Sebastian home.
Right.
Period.
But you at least got all the pressure of the bullshit popped off. So I can
some of it. I didn't quite get all, but I got some of it out.
Yeah. No, I can relate to that aspect. I can't relate to the situation y'all are in, but I can relate to being frustrated and fucking popping off. I can't relate to holding it back that fucking long. So, you can apologize, but I commend you for holding it back this fucking long, to be honest.
Well, and I do say this, and I've had this gesture out there. If people wanted to talk, all you had to do is be respectful and we'll talk. And Brittany J could have had a conversation. Could have. And I'm pretty sure when she hears what the fuck I've got to say to her, no, bitch, I would piss on you if you were on fire.
Uh-oh.
I'm sick and tired of you bashing my wife. You want to bash me how the fuck you want, but you're a mother first and foremost. That should be your first fucking thing in your head. You're a mother.
Well, that's debatable. I said it.
I will say this just because, one, I just got going and I'm just pissed. So I said the word retarded. I know that's going to offend some people. I will apologize right now for that. But I'm pissed off and I let it fly. I apologize. Okay? So just kind of bear with me, people.
No, like I said, I think anybody that shows a little compassion can understand.
Well,
yeah, he said some bad things when he was angry, didn't he? Some very bad things that he shouldn't have said. And then now he's apologising again. But I'm not sure that he doesn't go on to say more, because what he seems to sort of calm down. And then if he starts getting into it again, you can see that anger rising in him. Because you have to remember, just don't understand why people don't think he cared about Sebastian. I think he did care about Sebastian. And even if you think he didn't care about Sebastian, he's watching his wife, Katie, go through what she's going through. You know, I think he's really, I hope they're having some sort of counselling or something. I just can't imagine what it must be like to have a child missing. And not only that, everybody blaming you and making things up about you as well. Just can't imagine it.
I apologize. I really do. Because I normally won't talk like that, but I'm just. And if you've ever met me in person, you know I don't talk like that. So I'm so fucking mad right now.
Queen, is you here?
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt. Shit, he's on fire. I'm not saying shit till he's done. Nope, just let it rip. You say what you got to say, because you know what? You deserve every second.
Well, I got a lot of shit going off in my head. A lot of shit just going off in my head, and it's going so fast, and I'm at the point I'm tired of trying to compartmentalize it, and I'm just like, diarrhea of the mouth. Just let the shit fucking fly. I was gonna
say, I knew when Clue was talking about, all the crap going on. I said, "Here, shove this down her throat." She kept saying I was a liar and shit. You popped up here and started going off. I'm like, "Oh fuck, he's letting loose. The floodgates are open. Ain't no stopping it now." Like I said, though, you deserve every minute of this, though. I mean, how you've held it back for this long, you guys have done amazing compared to all the shit you guys have had to deal with. Talking about being talked out on, death threats, all the bullshit. I'm just
bad death threats. Right? It's bad. Like the shit that has been said personally to Katie. Holy fuck, dude! Like it's
disgusting. It's sickening.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If people had met me when I was a lot younger, when I was like fucking 18, 19, 20 years old, I was a fucking hothead. Just would fly off at any fucking thing. And if I was at that age right now and all this shit was going, it wouldn't take one person to say the wrong thing and you'd be shitting your teeth. Because but that was 20 years ago. Here we are, fast forward,
God, I mean, if he was more hot-headed then, imagine what he was like then, because you can see he is hot-headed. But yeah, like says, it's 20 years on. Wonder where that all comes from, all that anger in him and everything. He was saying he was like that 20 years ago when he was sort of 19, 20. Wonder why. I'd like to know more about Chris and his... why was he like that 20 years ago? So now he's calmed down a bit, but he's still hot-headed. And I mean, he's had to be fair, though, in this particular case, I don't blame him. He's had a lot of antagonization, hasn't he?
Trying to calm down, level-headedness,
Oh, you're a lot older now.
Shit.
Yeah, a lot older.
Fuck around and find out. I don't care if I am 40, motherfucker. Please come the fuck at me. I love to fucking fight. I will fuck your ass up. Come for me. 40 ain't slowing me down, motherfucker. Shit. But I hear you.
But I guess what I truly in all this don't understand is why people feel they need to attack family members. Why do they need to attack? There's a difference in questioning. I got it. Cool. But the attacks, I just don't fucking get. I don't. Now, if you open that door and you walk through it and you welcome that shit, that's on you. I got it. But Katie and I didn't sign up for this shit. We were told YouTube could possibly help. TikTok, we don't have TikTok accounts. I don't go on things like that. This is just not us. We tried the Facebook for help. We tried YouTube for help. And it has done nothing but just turned everything upside down and inside out of what help should be, really. It really and truly is. Families are people. there's a difference in watching when you know somebody's guilty of something. That's one thing. But when you have no answers and you assume everything, and people just take pure pleasure in trying to destroy people's lives. And I mean, and I'm going to say this, I've heard this shit about whoever these other people are, doxing Queens' kids, doxing baby Clue. Stop. Just stop. They're minors. They're under the age of 18, for God's sakes. These kids didn't do anything to you. Why would you project any negativity onto them? Why would you put out any of these children's information? Period. You know, BJ, I hope you're fucking listening to this. Because as a dad, I'm telling a dad to a mother this right here. It's your show. It is your business to do what you want. But you've got to have some level of moral compass that points north and tells you when you know to stay the fuck away from certain people. If you have a predator that you're affiliating with or bringing up on your panel, girl, stop that shit. Because that right there could be very dangerous. You don't know what their release is. You don't know what they can and cannot do. You might be affiliating this person with children's information and they're not allowed to have information. You don't know this. Protect yourself. Protect your own kids. Look at everybody else's kids and protect them. And that's for any creator. Keep the kids out of this. Period.
There was a time when kids were off limits.
Well, kids are off limits now. There was a time.
Right, just be 2 ticks. I've just got to go and do something. I'm just going to mute.
It used to not happen at all. At all. Like it, people
I'm
were
back.
respectful of that, and now it's happening, and it's like it's you know what I mean. It's been done once. Now it's been done again. Then it's becoming a frequent thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it needs to stop. It should have never started. It should have never started. Period.
All kids are off limits. All kids. I don't think anybody should be talking about anybody's kids, period. Truly.
Right. I agree.
I mean, a case is one thing. That's what this crime, true crime. It's the community. You got to talk about the case. But at no point is this about this person's kids, because you don't like each other. Who cares? There's always somebody out there bigger and badder than you are. Always.
Yeah, there's been a lot in between these YouTubers, all of them, talking about each other's private lives, about their children, about, previous relationships. It's just awful because the sort of people that are attacking Chris and Katie, they're attacking each other as well. And then they're saying, oh, it's terrible that this other YouTuber is doing this, but they're doing it to them. They're all doing it. They're all horrible, to be honest. You know, they don't care about Sebastian. It's just turned into this sort of, it's almost like a bun fight, you know, a YouTube bun fight, and bringing their own children into it and everything. It really is horrible. That's why I haven't really talked about Sebastian, because there's been no real news. You know, the only time I want to talk about Sebastian is when there's some real news. And at the end of the day, Chris coming on and giving his piece, to me, I'm glad he did, because it is at least something coming from someone who's actually involved in the case, living the case, not just YouTubers making it up and slagging each other off. Just awful, all that gossip. I hate these gossip channels.
So if you think what you're doing is perfectly okay to people, just think there's somebody who's far worse at it than you are. And do you want that happening to you? Probably not. I think a lot of people need to step back, take a few days, go find some solace, go outside and walk. The sun shines out. It's a beautiful day. Go outside. Hell, walk in the rain if you need to. Remember, you are a human. You have feelings. You have vulnerabilities. We all are, even including men we are supposed to be the barbaric, rawr. But we're human. We need to find a way to get back to that. And stop attacking for no reason. True crime cannot be true crime if it's just a soap opera. And I mean, let's just face it. The next big case comes up, everybody's going to drop Sebastian's case like a hot rock and take off.
True. I think Chris has taught the most sense that I've heard from any of these YouTubers lately. You know, it's exactly right what he's saying. You know, Sebastian, the reason that everyone's involved in this case is they're doing it for clicks and likes. They're talking about it. As soon as another case comes up that they think will be popular, and they'll go, you know, Sebastian won't matter to them anymore. Sebastian matters to Chris because it's his stepson. This is his real life. And Seth and Katie. You know, these YouTubers, it's not even their real lives. But, you know, people like watching it. I honestly, you know, I think I could grow my channel so much more quickly if I started acting like them, you know, slagging off other YouTubers, slagging off families with, you know, accusing them of, you know, murdering their child, even though there's no evidence. You could always, you know, bring conspiracy theories in. You know, I know that people love conspiracy theories and they don't like it sometimes when you don't want to get involved in conspiracy theories. But, you know, I've just decided that I'm not doing that. I'm not doing a channel and being disrespectful, because that's disrespectful to the victims as well. You know, you have to deal with, you know, facts, what the families say. Even if it turns out later that what they say is not true, well, that's a whole nother thing. But you're presenting something. You can't present, oh, well, you know, Fred up the road said this, and that's not being responsible, is it? And it's cruel as well. What has happened to Katie particularly, but Chris as well, it's been cruel. It's cruel. And the people that have made money out of it, the most money out of it, except for Seth, and at least he's involved in it. But the other YouTubers, God knows how many super chats have come through on. If you could see them, they're just flashing up one after the other. There'd be hundreds and hundreds of dollars being contributed because Chris came onto this live. But anyway, he wanted to go on there. It gave him a platform. But he seems to talk the most sense. Once he calmed down, I mean, the thing is, when he was angry, he is hard to listen to when he's angry because he gets so angry and, you know, he uses inappropriate language. But when he calms down and you listen to him speak, he's actually quite sensible, I think.
I'm still pushing, and I would love for everybody, all the creators. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care if you like Katie or not. I don't care if you like Seth or not. May 25th, everybody needs to take one day. I'm asking all creators to take one day, just step back and do a national online fundraiser. And let's find the goodness back in everybody to do it. Maybe that might help everybody realize why people are here and what truly helping people is actually about. I hope we can all do that. It's not even in honor of Sebastian. It's not in honor of any of us. It's in honor of all of the children and the missing people. Oh, I need to apologize. Man, I am so sorry for that.
What
No,
are you
don't.
sorry for?
You don't know an apology to anybody.
Well, because that's not me. If you've ever talked to me, you've ever met me in person, you know that's not me.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Right, but when you've had it, when you've taken it for this long, as much as y'all have, everybody has a breaking point.
that's why I
They
say I
do.
think anybody that can find some compassion and consider the situation, even if they can't put themselves in that situation, just a little compassion will kind of help you relate, I guess, as much as you can. So, yeah, I don't think you've got anything to apologize for, Chris. Y'all taken a fucking beating for a long fucking time and have shown immense grace. So, for you to get on here and speak your mind, yeah.
Well, if this causes any backlash or backfire, I apologize to anybody listening and any other creator out there.
Fuck these people. And I mean that. Fuck them. For
You
real.
know,
Be fucking
With
mad.
everything in me, shit, fuck them.
yeah, but at the same time, I'm sitting here asking for compassion. I'm asking, and I'm going to give it to the other ones. Look, I apologize. I'm not upset for what I said. I will make that clear. I am sorry that me being an ass, yes. But sometimes some things need to be said because people are just at a breaking point. And I'm just tired of listening to it. I'm pretty sure at some point it used to be entertaining to listen to these shows. And it was. It was great hearing these shows talk about these kids. Not just kids. I mean, some shows cover all ages. And it's actually pretty interesting to listen to. But it doesn't seem so that way anymore.
That's right. It's gone beyond, not only with Sebastian's case, because of course, people do like watching true crime channels, and they can be helpful, especially in the cases of missing people, missing children. But when it comes to this, where it's just all sort of slagging each other off, one saying bad things about the other, going, it's just not. It's just not even useful anymore. I don't even know what it is. Don't even know what it is.
I mean, it's ridiculous. You've got your handful that get together and they collaborate and they do great shows on one side. Then on the other side, they get together, they collaborate, they do their great shows. Now, not every show is for everybody, but there is cohesion somewhere between people that they do great shows. on either side or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't mean that everybody has to like your shows, but they can be done in cohesion. I just apologize. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have heard the show today. I don't know, but
Well, that's the thing. People are saying they've been salivating, waiting for this moment to happen, right? I say, whatever. Like it, I mean, you're no different than me, Queen, BJ. You have an opinion and you have a right to let it be heard. And that's just how I feel. You guys have sat back, you've taken it all the fucking bullshit, and haven't literally come off the chain at anyone. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't know, but y'all know I'm real quick to say that. Fuck them. So, no, like, who the fuck are
my
they?
anger, I'm not gonna lie, my anger is really geared toward probably 3 to 4 people, and 2 of them know who the fuck they are. As of today, if they hear it, they will fucking know who they are. I probably could have done it a lot more tactfully. Sure.
I could have done it a lot more tactfully. Oh, just a little bit, Chris. I mean, you know, it's like, I just think, yeah, you must have been listening to that. You must have been watching Clues live, listening to it, and then, you know, something that was said has triggered something else that he's seen. And he's just had it up to there, hasn't he? And he's come on and had his say. I hope he feels better about it. And I don't think he should feel bad about it. I mean, people, you know, the haters will make a big thing about it, but they say horrible things about him anyway. So, you know, you may as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb, aren't you? You know, they say all these terrible things about him. At least now he's come on and said his piece. And then when he calmed down, I think he talks a lot of sense, Chris.
But
that's the way I look at it right there. Never feel you owe any apologies for defending your wife and exploitation of Sebastian. The only reason they think or will think that they have anything to salivate over is because they're all either single, miserable bitches or bitches with men who ain't fucking men. It is what it is. Y'all don't know what the fuck it's like to have a man who will stand the fuck up for you. Sorry. Choose better. Do better.
well, some of my words probably could have been chosen better. And like I said, I said the one word that I know it kind of is a very touchy topic for some people, and I apologize. I do. You know, I was on a roll, and it just rolled right on out, and sorry.
Good. Yeah, it'd be fine.
Well, I'm gonna need for you to stop apologizing.
I agree.
Yeah, well, that
I'm
I know
sorry,
you.
but
I know you. I know you feel
God.
bad, and I mean, I know you feel bad, but you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Not with all the fucking shit that's been happening and said and done, and you just.
No, it's not like somebody come on the
Surprised
internet.
this didn't happen 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's
To
not
be
like
honest.
somebody came on the internet one time and called you a poopy head. I mean, let's be fucking
Yeah.
real. like, let's be real, man. I
No,
mean,
someone needs to tell them about themselves. Fuck that.
I mean,
I
you've been
wouldn't say
accused of
sorry for shit.
physically.
Fuck them.
I'm-
Fuck all of them. They're nothing but a
My
bunch
thing-
of fucking clowns, man.
But see, my thing is like, look, you come at me all you want, but you leave everybody else out of it. You come at me all you want, and I'll take every bit of what you got. But you leave everybody else that's behind me, you leave them alone.
well, is there
I
any?
don't-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I mean, the one pressing question I've always got for you, is there anything we can do to help?
I wish there were some leads. I'm hoping. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah. As soon as we know when the America's Most Wanted episode will air, we'll let everybody know. And if you could please get your followers and everybody out there to watch it, and word of mouth, let them spread it and let's try to get everybody in the country to watch it. Let's, you know. I mean,
Will we be able to like review it, or should we just share it out? Like, how does that work? Are we able to play that kind of stuff, or?
I don't know what the terms of service are for YouTube or whatever.
Oh, I just didn't know if they told you. You know, like you know what I mean?
No. We weren't told anything like that.
I mean, just for social media purposes, because it's so prevalent now, social media, you know.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to get played on social media. I'm sure a lot of folks are going to watch it.
But we're going to push it out extra. I mean, we just want to make sure we push it out regardless.
Yeah, so this case is going to be on America's Most Wanted, is saying. So that's, don't know if we'll get to see that or not. Like they're talking about social media and that, because I would imagine America's Most Wanted, they're going to copyright that and make it so people can't show it, or at the very least demonetize it, and they'll take the monetization. I don't know. Anyway, so that's interesting. It's going to be on America's Most Wanted. But yeah, super chats are still coming in thick and fast. But yeah, when there's a bit of a rant, they really speed up. But the sound's been turned down on them, so you don't know when they're coming through. You can't hear when they're coming through, but I can see them here.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I'm not. Everybody has an opinion. I am not trying to persuade opinions. I'm not.
I'll show you a little
really
bit.
Not. My words were my words. They're not my words to get anybody to think or persuade them in any form, manner, in a direction which my words went. No, I want that to be clear as all day. I just would like the word of mouth for everything to go out. People are going to review the taping. I think from what I've understood, it was a great taping. It was a great deal on all three sides. All three. I heard Seth did some great stuff. I really did. I heard he did some wonderful things. Same thing with Katie. I mean, I watched when they were filming. So like I said, I'm not going to bash him. He, from what I heard, he did a really great job.
It's funny because people, it has gone quieter now, definitely super chats, but people are they're sending super chats because they're asking questions, but because they're not getting their questions read out or what they're saying read out, because Clue, obviously, she's just letting Chris speak, which is fair enough.
See, that's good to hear. It's good you guys all three came together to get it done, and you know what I mean. It's all for Sebastian. So.
You know, it was weird because right after the taping of America's Most Wanted, Dateline reached out. And it was like out of nowhere, and it wasn't a show. It was just a reporter doing an article. And we did an interview with her, and I gave her Seth's point of contact. I said, please reach out to him. He needs to be involved as well.
Chris always seems to be so fair to Seth. I don't know. I've never, apart from when he was angry earlier and he was having a little go at Seth, most of the time I think he's quite nice about Seth, respectful to him, seeing how Seth's never respectful to him or Katie. He always seems to think, try and include him in things and that. And I just want to say that the following day after this, Seth was on some other YouTuber, I think it was The Lab, it's called, or something. Again, another one I never watch, saying that Chris was a button mushroom and this, that, and the other, making assertions about his manhood and making comments about women and that. You know, I just think Seth's an awful person, to be honest. Don't you know? I feel for him because his son's missing, but you know, you don't have to like someone just because their son's missing. Of course, doesn't mean to say, you know, someone who's like a horrible person, their son goes missing. It means that suddenly they turn into a nice person, does it? You know, whether they've done it or not, or had anything to do with it or not. But from what I can see of what I've seen Seth saying and doing, he's a much worse person than Chris. But Chris is a hothead. That's the problem for Chris, is, you know, gets so angry, comes on and like he has done here. But when you hear him talking when he's like calmed down, he always seems so much more reasonable than Seth, I think.
But as fast as that article came out, I don't know if they reached out to him. I really don't. I think that article came out so fast. There were a few things in that article that were wrong. The lady said freckles on the back of the neck. They're not. They're on the front of his neck. But I mean, overall, I mean, it was exposure, so that was a great thing.
Just so everyone knows, guys, in the chat, I just cut our chat in half since BJ's over there begging people to record it. I just switched it to members only at the highest level. So
as Chris is talking, like Cluminati is looking sort of at the chat and looking at other channels like Bullshit Betty's, for example. And of course, Bullshit Betty's asking everyone to report the live to try and get it taken down or to try and disrupt it. All the trolls are in there. So Cluminati made it, I think she made it the chat members only. So only members could actually comment. But anyone could watch, but only members could comment. So she did do that for a little while.
we just cut our audience by half.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I didn't mean for you to have to do that.
Well, I mean, if you really want to be a cunt, you can private it right now and end it.
I don't fucking care. Fuck that bitch. Like, wake the fuck up during the day and do some shit. You know what I mean? Fuck you. You ought to record it your damn self, you lazy fucking slob.
She doesn't hold back either, does she?
But I have it hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that nobody's done it already anyway. You know what I mean? It's clipped to hell. So I probably did
I'm
it.
sure.
Probably did
And
it.
they're
For
all-
Oh,
another
yeah, that's already been screen recorded, girl. You know they got that shit when it was going down.
I know.
I mean, and I'm not trying to be mean, but they're only going to take what they want out of it and twist it and spin it however they want. I mean, that's what they always do, and that's their business. That's their choice. That helps them get their content, their clicks, their views, and their money, and their chats, whatever.
Well, I took it. I put it back public. So
Well,
I don't know. Whatever. They're gonna take it. People are clipping it anyway. They've been clipping it.
I'm sure they have. And they'll spin it however they want to spin it. Spin it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's gonna be clipped and posted quick. Yeah.
Yep. Well, each is your own. I got bigger things to deal with than worrying about what half of these YouTubers think, anyways.
Well,
I
exactly.
was wondering if I can hear it. To be fair.
Exactly. Got bigger things to deal with, you know, but it must, I think probably Chris and Kate, you know, they try not to get upset about what these YouTubers say. I think it's, you know, the thing is the YouTubers, they call them influencers, don't they? So they do influence other people and they influence the hate. The more hate they come out with, the more hate other people, you know, their followers come out with. That's why you've got to really try and at least be level, because it's just not fair, because there is no evidence. Believe me, if there was some evidence, I would be the first one, like with Stefan Stearns or any other case where there is evidence that somebody has done something wrong. I would be the first one, but you can't do it to people who are, as far as the authorities are concerned at this moment in time, they're innocent. I'm not going to sit here on YouTube and say, oh, well, Fred down the road said that this happened or that happened, or, all that rubbish about that meal, that last meal that Katie and Sebastian shared together, before he went missing. She can't even think of that as a nice memory now, because that's been pulled to pieces because she was looking around the room, or she wiped her fingers on a napkin, making out there was something nefarious in it all. The ridiculous green hoodie person outside, and, made an innocent sort of meal that a mother took with her son. And the next day he went missing, and she's like destroyed. And they've even ruined that as a memory for her. God, there's something wrong with these people.
I do.
Right. I was just going to say,
She
I
needs
almost
to.
really want her to hear it. So she needs to hear what was said. I mean,
No, I think
folks are tired of her ass.
Right,
everybody,
and it ain't just her; it's all of them.
Everybody needs to hear this,
right?
From all sides. All like this. This is kind of how I see this, right? This is the culmination of 13, 14 months of what the internet can push somebody to do, right? Can push somebody into in an already fucking horrible situation. That's why I say, Chris, you don't need to apologize. People need to see what this fucking shit out here does to the family of a missing child. And I mean, that's just the way I feel about it. They all need to hear it. They need to fucking analyze it. They need to go through it. They need to feel it. Because at the end of the day, it is exactly what you said. It's a bunch of bullshit that is doing nothing for the situation.
I know, Mystic. That's the thing that pisses me off with them billboards. Like, we did billboards. Duchess did billboards. And you couldn't even do them until a year in.
And barbecue did some billboards too. I mean, I'm going to give everybody their credit where credit is definitely due. And like I said, even if
you know what though, none of you guys out of all you guys that did billboards, none of you guys took jabs at Seth or at Night or anybody.
Nope.
You kept it focused on Sebastian, how it should have been, period. You didn't add subliminals. Nobody did. It's tacky as hell that they did that. It's disgusting.
Well, I mean, what do you expect when you got a criminal who's on parole? He's a felon sitting on parole. I mean, shit. Look at everybody that's on that team, part of that organization. You got Hong, dude. Oh my God. The whole fucking joke.
Yeah, I was just, I thought like maybe I would make it, you know what I mean, members, because I personally don't want any more blowback on y'all. But it's like, at the end of the day, I do think that bitch
it's
needs
gonna
to
come
listen.
regardless.
And other people.
It's going to come regardless. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's going to matter.
It's absolutely, I don't know. And in terms of apologizing, Chris, can I ask you this? How many people have called and apologized to you?
Very few, but some have. I know that's crazy, but some have. And the apologies came after we had a talk. After we sat down and we talked. It wasn't right away. It wasn't, oh my God, I apologize. No, we had a discussion. Most of those conversations last about 2 to 3 hours. And in the end, they tend to go, oh, we didn't know all this. Well, I understand you didn't. And that's okay. It's not, you're entitled to what you're entitled to because that's your opinion. But when you have the facts and you finally know the real deal, then it paints a whole different picture.
Well, I mean, I will say that, and I've told people on here before, right? Like, you put out the invitation for a conversation. Now, mind you, that was after you and I and him had talked for the first time, and Katie, but there wasn't anything that you guys weren't willing to answer. You know what I mean? And fuck, we stayed on the phone for like 4 hours the first time that we talked. And there was never any hesitation, any, I am not going to talk about that, nothing like that. It was literally, you show me the respect and I'll talk to you. You know what I mean?
So there's still a little while left to go of this. Let's see. Don't know if I'll play it all to the end because he's a lot more subdued now, Chris. He's said what he needed to say. I don't think there's anything else relevant.
I mean,
I've
got no problem saying this. I've talked to Chloe and Cletus. I've talked to Queen. I've talked to Jay. I've talked to Granny. I've talked to Duchess. I've talked to a bunch of creators. Hell, I've even talked to Josh, the lab, a little bit.
Oh,
I have. I talked to Smiley.
Seb was on there. He says he's talked to the lab, but Seth was on there, I think, last night or the night before, making insinuations about his manliness. I mean, Seth is so bitter about Chris, so bitter about Katie leaving him, divorcing him, and ending up with Chris. You know, God.
So there's not, nothing saying that I won't talk to people. Respect is a two-way street. I will give it if you give it. And I'll have a conversation.
Oh, whoops. Oh, because I'm not a subscriber. Hold on, let me refresh it. Why they get quiet when I said that?
I don't know how this stuff works with you. I'm just
I think I think Chris is in that mode that I get in after I pop. He's calming down and mellowing out, and I'm not laughing at.
Yeah, he's got it all out, and now he's like sort of gone calmer, thinking about, I just can't imagine. There you go, more than a year, Sebastian went missing. Where is he? Is he alive? Is he not? What more is it that maybe Katie and Chris do know? What more do the police know that has meant that they're not considering anyone as a suspect? But having said that, they have always said that nothing is off the table. What more is there to this case? I feel like there is some more. Let's move it on a little bit.
That's what allows you and whatever the fuck y'all call the other people over there, Nene and whatever she's got. I don't fucking know. But
reality loses.
Sure.
You said Nene.
Well, ain't that her name? Isn't that her name?
I think she says it Nana. I don't fucking
know. Nana. Okay, Nana.
Nana Dahmer. Nana Dahmer is what they call her now.
Yeah, Nana Dahmer. She looks like Jeffrey Dahmer in her picture.
So that's another YouTuber that I'd never heard of that was talking about Nana Dahmer, because she looks like Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer. I mean, this is what it's reduced to. Comments about people's appearance. I don't know.
Well, I haven't seen her. I'm not making judgments. That's not my place. But Nana, or whatever her name in reality or whatever, who cares? But I will have no problem getting those clips made into one fucking long ass video and sending it to you so you can sit here and listen to it. And then I'll have the pleasures, if you really want to go this way, and I'll make sure I send it to every creator out there and let them play it.
Yeah, I'll have it, please, Chris.
Oh,
or
just
you can
because.
just simply chill the fuck out, leave us the fuck alone, and we'll be cool. If not, ball's in your court. We'll see what you do.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
not gonna do what I want to.
hang on.
What's
a sec.
that?
Well, just because I know this is one she's gonna play.
Well, I know.
Yeah, the other YouTubers will have a field day with this this meltdown by Chris. But anyway, I just wonder. I'm going to go now because there is still go on to Cluminati's YouTube channel. Maybe it's still up there. I don't know if she's left it up, made it members only. I don't know what she'll have done with it, or maybe removed it in the end. I have no idea. But yeah, if you want to see the full thing, now he's calmed down now, Chris. Really, that was the most of it, because I think what was interesting that came out of it as well, when he was so angry, is this parenting plan, revealing about this parenting plan that he, Katie and Seth had all made together, when none of the parents, this was obviously before Sebastian went missing, when none of the parents were supposed to speak badly of the others. And it's Seth that has disrespected that parenting plan, not Chris and Katie. And that explains a lot. I've often thought, well, he seems to be so nasty about them. They never seem to say anything about him because they've been sticking to the parenting plan. So Seth, that he's not supposed to talk badly about the other two parents, because this will affect when Sebastian comes back. If and when Sebastian comes back, let's hope and pray he does. As far as custody is concerned, that's going to go against Seth, isn't it? So that was interesting that Chris came out with that, because he's just had enough. This guy's had enough. Whether you like him, you don't like him, his language is terrible. He did say some inappropriate things, which of course he then apologized for and then said again. But you can just see he's like a volcano. He's been bubbling under the surface. He's erupted. Whether he did the right thing or the wrong thing, he's done it because he's a human being. We're all human beings. And unless you're out there and you've never exploded, or you've never, just lost your temper, especially in a circumstance like this, I'm not judging Chris. He's got his own, he'd judge himself, or his God will judge him. But in my personal opinion, I don't think he's an evil person. I don't think he's done anything evil in that sense of, doing something to Sebastian. I don't believe that Katie has either. But then maybe one day we'll find out that they have. That'll be a different kettle of fish. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. Let's take it. If you remember, I will see you tonight. Members Live, Thursday night. I think we might have a look at the Richard Allen. Hang on. Might have a look at Richard Allen. The interview from the second interview. We might look at that. Might put some, like a poll out and see what you want to go through tonight. But yeah, I've got that ready to talk about. Hello, here's Princess Dia. Hello, darling. So if you remember, I'll see you later. And you never know, might see you before then if anything else comes up. But yeah, as always, let me know what you think in comments. And everyone has their opinions. It's not wrong to have an opinion, but like Chris himself just said, you don't have to attack people to have an opinion. You can say, oh, well, I feel this or I feel that. You don't have to attack anybody personally. Just say, this is my opinion. And if you don't agree with somebody else's opinion, just scroll past it or say, oh, well, I don't think that happened. No attacking, is it? No attacking people. So I'll see you really soon in the next video. Thank you so much for caring about Sebastian. Oh, the dog's going crazy here. You have to remember, don't we? We have to remember that this is all about. Yes, we do have to remember, don't we? This is about Sebastian. Sebastian is all that matters. And there's only Chris, Katie, and Seth, that really have anything to do with it. And these YouTubers arguing about this, that, and the other, and it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. They shouldn't be doing it. They give YouTubers a bad name, in my opinion. Anyway, I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, as always, may your God go with you. Bye.